Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Friends, welcome back to my channel. In this session we will discuss constant current source. What is current source? What is voltage source? We will discuss in detail. In my last video, Mr. Hisham writes, he says, very nice video. Can you explain what happens when we speak about constant current source? Does this mean it does not follow the Ohm's law anymore? In any electrical circuit, when we connect any load to a voltage source, it is a source. Either it is battery, either it is battery cell, either it is capacitor, either it is power supply, whatsoever. Positive, negative. It have potential difference and it will cause to flow the electrical current within this closed electrical circuit. The amount of current will depend on the applied voltage. How much voltage are there? If it is low voltage, there will flow a low current. If there is high voltage, it will cause to flow high current. And the resistance. This is configuration. Current is directly proportional to the voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance when the temperature remains constant. This is another condition. We just say current is directly proportional to the voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance. This is theory of all electronics. Either it is DC circuit or either it is AC circuit. Every electrical circuit, electronic circuit will follow this rule. Let's see. For example, I have a voltage source. I have this power supply. I will adjust it to 7 volts. Okay, I will set it to full current. Now I can take 7 volt 10 ampere from this power supply. Exact 7 volts and maximum 10 ampere. And if I have a resistor, I have this 6.8 ohm resistor including the multimeter error. It is 7 ohms. We will consider it is 7 ohms, or we can exclude 0.2 ohms multimeter error, so it is 6.8 ohms. Resistance 7 ohm. We will consider 7 ohm. It is 6.8 ohms. How much current will flow? As per this rule, 7 volt 7 ohm, it must be 1 ampere. Let's connect it. Positive here. I will connect this end to the resistance as we are showing here, and negative here. It is 994 milliampere. That is, we can say 1 ampere, because here is 6.8 ohms. We will consider it 1 ampere. So 1 ampere current is flowing now. And if we see from the source, it is 7 volt 1 ampere. Now if we check the voltage, it is 6.9 volt 1 ampere. So the voltage are slightly dropped. When it is without load, it is 7 volt. When we connect to the load, the voltage will drop 100 millivolt. And if we connect another load in parallel, now we have these two resistors. When we will connect two resistors, same value in parallel, it is 7 ohm. When we will connect two resistors, so the total resistance 7 ohm by 2, because 2 in parallel, so it will become 3.5 ohm. When it is 3.5 ohm and we have voltage 7 volt, RT is 3.5, it will draw 2 ampere current. Let's monitor it and then we will see why it happens, why it will draw 2 ampere. Okay, now we can see on this ampere meter or this one, it is drawing 1.9 ampere, the current doubled, and here the current 2 ampere, and if you see the voltage, it is 6.8 volts. Because it is not a very good power supply, its voltage drop. If we have a good source, that will maintain its voltage level, and the voltage level will remain 7 volt in constant voltage source. We will draw the current, and it is independent from the current. How much current we are drawing, it will not take care for the current if the voltage source is good. That is called voltage source. But now we will see the current source. If we have this current source and we connect this source here, it is drawing the 1 ampere. That's good in first condition. This was our first condition. Now if we increase the load size, in first example we connected 2 resistors in parallel, but if you connect in series 7 ohm in series, so RT will become 7 plus 7, 14 ohm. When we will connect 14 ohm to 7 volt source, the current will decrease. It is 500 milliampere. Why? Because it is following the Ohm's law. V over R. Voltage 7 volt, 14 ohms, it is 0.5 ampere. If we have such source, that will give 1 ampere, that will adjust its voltage to increase the current. In constant current source, to maintain the current, voltage are increased. That is independent from the load. How much load we connected. If we connect 7 ohm resistor, it is giving 1 ampere. 984, we can say 1 ampere. And if we connect 14 ohm resistor, at that time it will increase its voltage to give 1 ampere current. Okay, now if we connect another load in series, if we increase the load size by adding series resistance, at that time the current will decrease. But in constant current source, that power supply, that source will not take care for the load resistance, that will monitor its current, and it will adjust its voltage until the current level is reached. Now we connected 7, 7, 7. So now the current dropped. If we have a source that can adjust its voltage to maintain the current, how much voltage will there? We need 1 ampere current, and we have a resistance 21 ohms. Voltage is equal to I into R. Current is 1 ampere, 21 ohm resistance, so the voltage level will reach at 21 volt. If we have such source that can adjust its voltage automatically to maintain 1 ampere current, so at that time the voltage level will reach at 21 volt, because it have to monitor the constant current. Now we will check the voltage. Here is 6.9 volt. We will now increase the voltage. Now the constant current source is increasing its voltage automatically. Now I am increasing manually. But in constant current source, it will adjust its voltage automatically, so that the current level will reach at 1 ampere, because it have to maintain 1 ampere current. 20.5 volts, 20.6 volt, because we are considering 7 ohm resistor. Basically it is 6.8 ohms. For rough calculation, we are considering it that it is 7 ohm. So at 21 volts we are receiving 1 ampere, and if we decrease the load, constant current source will decrease its voltage to maintain 1 ampere. At that time it will follow this 1 ampere. It will not take care for this one. Ideal voltage source or constant voltage source will maintain its voltage. It will not take care of the current. But in current source, it will monitor the current. It will not take care for the voltage. As we see in the welding machines, inverter welding machines, when we set a current, we are not monitoring the voltage. It will monitor the current flowing through the electrode. The same here. Current source, constant current source will monitor the current and it will maintain this current. For that purpose, it will increase its voltage. When the load is decreased, okay, now I will increase the voltage another time. This time 21 volts, 1 ampere current. And if we decrease the load, now we connect two resistors, 7, 7, 14. Now the current increased. When we decrease the load, the current increased. For that purpose, the current source will automatically adjust its voltage to maintain 1 ampere. This is the phenomena of constant current source. When we increase or decrease the load, the current source will adjust its voltage to maintain 1 ampere. In constant current source, it will maintain the current. It will adjust the voltage to provide the constant current, the required current, with this Ohm's law, this resistor value. We need 1 ampere and we change the resistor. So at that time it will change the voltage. In voltage source, it will maintain its voltage. With respect to current, it will maintain that voltage at which we adjust. So this is constant current source. So constant current source will always monitor the flowing current and it will adjust its voltage based on this Ohm's law, and it will follow this rule. It have to maintain 1 ampere. How much load we will connect, it will adjust its voltage to provide 1 ampere. I hope so this video is informative. If it is informative, hit the like button. If you have any question, let me know in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.